There's almost 50 computers on today's vehicles, well over 1.5 miles of just wiring alone to connect all the devices and all of the computers to each other. And so it's a very sophisticated machine. The here and now, though, is driver-assisted technologies, where visioning and sensing systems are present on today's cars and becoming even more available on tomorrow in terms of the ability to see the environment in terms of what's going on, and the ability to assist the driver both in terms of mitigating accidents as well as staying on course. In the areas of safety, it's going to be huge movements. You're going to see more cameras on vehicles, more visioning systems, more sensing systems. There's movement now in terms of vehicle-to-vehicle communication, so that your new car can talk to my new car, and the two cars know what each is doing. And then taking it to an even a higher level, where the vehicle is actually having a discussion with the infrastructure in terms of knowing whether the light is red or not. So you literally could have a car that knows the light's red and knows it needs to stop. And so the intelligence of the automobile is going to rise to a level that's unprecedented. We're seeing is an explosion, though, in terms of what consumers are really looking for. They want a vehicle that's safer. They also want a vehicle that's more fuel efficient, greener, and then they also want to be connected in the car as well as at home and at work. And that requires sophisticated technologies to come out of what I would call more calmer environments like your home into a very hostile environment, an automobile where it's exposed to tremendous heat and cold changes, moving down the road at 60 miles an hour. These technologies that are coming, I mean, we're embracing them. We don't view them as disruptive, and the people that we're going to be working with they're not our competitors. We view them as our partners. We have a lab out in Silicon Valley to capitalize on our new partnerships. The biggest border will be how you think, and an ability to take the borders and just free yourself of them, such that you can no longer look at the way things were or are, but the way they will be. And one thing you can count on is change. And the one thing you can count on, in addition to change, is that it's going to be rapid. And you have got to be predictive. It's going to be important going forward because of the globalization issues that the CEOs had the ability to connect the dots. The world will tell you where it's going. It will tell you what it needs, but it's going to be in code. And so you need to be able to connect the dots. And by that, I think it's important that the global CEOs listen very carefully to what the world's saying from each region and be able to take that input and piece it together to formulate a vision, a strategy, and the tactics of how his or her particular company is going to take advantage of where the world is going. And so it's going to be the ability to decode the messaging. It's going to be extremely critical.